5 May 1942, Indian Ocean. Our sailors are getting too careless with the victories and allowed an IJN destroyer task force to get very close to Indomitable. Fortunately, it appears the Japanese were as surprised as we were and did not manage to conduct a feared torpedo attack before Indomitable's escorts sunk them. We need to recover our fighting edge. Hello and welcome back to Indian Ocean, where we are defending Port Blair. Well, not really defending, because the flight, which looks like a carrier flight, has already hit the port. But we sent some Seahawks and Hurricane, and Fulmars to attack it on its way back. I actually was hoping to catch it on the way there. And it appears that they flew all the way to my ships, which is actually good because our ships have already shot down a huge amount of 5 up, I think, or so out of 16 zeros that have been there. I'm most interested in getting these guys down. As you can see, we are getting down some of them. Hopefully we will get down more yet, and then we can get our guys into a close support from the ships, and there the AAA is going to destroy the zeros, so that's going to be very good. Yeah, and down she goes. And here is a Fulmar, vainly trying to attack a Kate. Not a good thing, but I just sent up everything I had. I really want to get those Kates because that's like zeros. If they shoot down a bunch of my planes, so be it. But Kates are something that can do a damage to my, obviously, to my carriers. Okay, I think we shot down pretty much all of the torpedo planes. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to send my planes down towards my ships, because that's going to help immensely with the dealing with those zeros. Just have to hope that we will get there in time and we won't suffer too many losses, because obviously we are not going to maneuver as we get there. Well, sailing into the sunrise, but we will see whether it's actually going to get us something, because yeah, I'm trying to get there as fast as possible. Okay, so we've lost about 3 more. They didn't take our bait. But it's ratio 22 of theirs to 8 of mine, and we killed all of the Kates. I'm okay. Can't say I'm happy, but I'm okay. Escort patrol about TFA. Fulmars also escort patrol about TFA, so that we have them ready. And I'm sending Task Force B to patrol here. Although it's hard to say really. Those guys could have been flying from any of these ports, so it's hard to say. We will see. I've got in Calcutta, I got Clan Cameron that dropped some supplies there, because I'm waiting for Orange to get there and Clan McCully, and well, once Orange gets there, we will start our invasion of Akia. We might have to go and bombard it if we see that it's too many enemy troops, but we'll see how it goes. And I'm also sending here some engineering into Port Blair, because we really do want to, well, I don't want to lose the base integrity, and I want to start building the air base as well. It's a different condition. So that's it at the moment. Hopefully you will, we will get something interesting in this session. We will see. And we found yet another patrol nearby Port Blair. with oh, this looks like a Fubuki and some smaller ships as well, and we will see how it goes, because we are not too far, about 11,000 yards I believe. The situation is like this: they're crossing our T, unfortunately. As per usual, I've given up on trying to figure out why are we something like we are. That's what it is, and that's what we'll have to deal with. So hopefully, yeah, we've already scored some good hits on this guy. But the Fubuki is the one which I need to worry about with its torpedoes. So I've given the Warspite, and I'm going to give Boise, and hopefully I am pronouncing it correctly this time around, because of all the flack I've had. Fair enough. So I'm going to get Boise to shoot at this. I think it's a Fubuki. It's 3 torpedo launchers, 3 double, very likely. Who knows? All of the Japanese destroyers in World War II were built sort of along the Fubuki lines. I think it was, can't remember the Japanese name for it, but I translated something like new type. Oh, that was an excellent hit, which made I think that would have been the 15-incher from because I just could hear the noise before, and yeah, that turned this Fubuki into an old type. Excellent, very nice. That still allows it to fire the sort of secondaries, and I would say probably these 2 torpedo launchers as well. But apart from that, we are doing well. We do not have a huge amount of ammunition, to be honest, so I don't want to spend too much on it on these guys. This I don't believe has any torpedoes. This doesn't have any torpedoes either. Fubuki is trying to fix its problems as opposed to doing anything nasty to us. And what's this? This has I think this might be Momi or something like that, with this one double torpedo launcher. You can see the beautiful muzzle flashes coming from our task force. But I would like it to sort of do a nice hit on this guy and sink it. That was a good one, and I think it was also the 15-incher from Warspite. Based on how she's going down in the water and everything, I would say yes, it was a 15-incher. And more. Warspite's on the roll now. I will need to check afterwards whether how much ammunition we have, because we might have to go and rearm. Yeah, and down she goes. Most likely, yeah, down she goes. Okay, so they will switch to something. Most likely this W3, which can't really do much damage. Like, I'm worried about the torpedoes, but yeah, outside of torpedoes, it's not like they can do much damage. This is the Fubuki which I was worried about, but a 15-incher has given us less to worry about. Chidori was the one that we sunk, not Pomi. Okay. Like there are no command points for this, but there are still sort of gets us closer to the 200 sunk ships that we need to get more of supplies and everything. So we will see how that goes. I heard something exploding. I don't think it was on our side. It might have been the sinking Chidori sometimes for reason entirely unknown. Even when as she is sinking, she gets sort of magazine explosions and what have you. Not entirely happy with night engagements, but unless they are like the engagement where I sank Soryu, of course, that was a very good night engagement. We were able to get very close, just shell her to death and run away. I'm still surprised that Caledon didn't sink, but yeah, I'm not going to, you know, gifted ores and all of those things. Okay, so another one is going down, so it's only now the wounded, probably fatally wounded Fubuki and another W3. I guess the bad thing is that we will have to chase the Fubuki, so that's a bit unpleasant. That was a good one, going to slow her down, and I know I keep repeating it, but I will keep repeating it because it's even better, you can see it even better in the Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Basically, Destroyer needs speed. Destroyer without speed isn't that Destroyer, it just doesn't count dead. Looks like the Fubuki actually managed to cope with the magazine explosion. Yeah, the infinite powers of IJN repair teams are on the show once again, but she can't do a huge amount of she's slow now, so we are going to overtake her and sink her. And this W3 is going down as well, so that leaves on the Fubuki. I'm going to chase her, but I'm going to switch off everyone and just sink her with either Boise or I think it's Newcastle I have. Yeah, Newcastle. Well, Wookiee has changed course a bit, which is fine, but I'm going to just sink it because I'm a bit worried. I've got it's on my starboard, and unfortunately that means that she can potentially fire some torpedoes on me. I'm not too keen on that, so I want to sink her as fast as possible. And as you can see, we are already getting some good hits, so I would say that it's not going to take over long. Yeah, she is definitely slowing down a lot. I'm going to cease firing with the big boys while Newcastle and Boise can finish her off, which is at this rate is not going to take a huge amount of time, I would say. Like anything that hits up in the bow is really wasted, but even so, yeah, we are. She is dead in the water now, I think, and that means she is dead indeed. Okay, another 4 ships. Down we go, and there we are. That was kept here. Let's just have a look at the enemy losses. So they lost 91 ships at the moment. So we are about halfway there. We lost 1 destroyer decoy, unfortunately. Lost quite a few aircraft, and but they still lost about twice as many. So I'm quite happy with that. I'll keep patrolling here. This guy is almost there, and I have started my invasion of Akyap, and it looks fairly promising. I am getting there some more supplies, although actually the supplies, well yeah, I'll get the supplies there, and then I will get more supplies and troops there from Calcutta. We will take it over. So that's it, and let me run the time and we'll see how it goes. And we have run into yet another patrol that we will try to destroy. This time it's 4, I would say Kageros. Okay. We are coming from here. First thing first, let me get a circling eye in the sky on them. They appear to be turning my way, which is perfectly fine. Yeah, it is indeed a Kagero. We will, more or less certainly, when you look at the amount of ammunition that we have, so we are going to have to very, very certainly get these guys back and replenish. What I actually will do here is I'm going to break off Boise, and I'm going to run her in, I'm going to put them in the pincers, sort of. And I might do the same with the Newcastle. Warspite, you will... Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Number 1 as well. Newcastle. Yeah, you can go for this. It is a Kagero, let's ID it. DD. Where are you? Kageros. Here, Kagero. Kagero. I had you here. Kagero. 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 Yeah, they are all the same. You can see, this sounded like something has blew up somewhere. Would have been the last Kagero. Anyway, so that's good. And there are 4 Kageros here. And 4 Kageros here, so this is half of the surviving Kageros. Kagero 3, let's move it to Kagero 1 as a target. And it appears that the Japanese forces are sort of splitting as well, in a way. And they are actually shooting at us with low caliber AAA, so we need to climb up. Yeah, there is lots of things that needs to be done with the AI, and one of them is not to shoot airplanes when you have enemy task force in front of you and when those airplanes are scout airplanes, because it's not like they will do much. In fact, there is a lot of trouble with doing good AI, but I think there can be done some more. Of course, it's very hard for small companies to do it. Anyway, on something slightly different, I was thinking why the War on the Sea looks so much more cinematic than the Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Well, I guess one of them is the actual environment. I think the model for water and sky is better than the UAD, but the other one is that these models are just more believable. They are, you can see it even with the original models and with the new models. The high quality model is, it actually looks like a real ship, and it's not just the small details, the sort of those small details you do not have on the UIDs, because it's sort of like a Lego where you put your ships together from whatever. But things like these, that you have a bit of a rust, you have a bit of oil spill somewhere, on some of them, flowing funnels, you've got them a bit from the smoke. So it's small things like these which make the model not so clean and much more believable. So I think that's it. Let me know in the comments if you think it's something else. I would say that this Kagero is probably done for, and if not, then she will be shortly. We are crossing her sea. I can actually slow down a bit even, just so we have a bit more time to cross our T. Secondaries, yeah, nice. Okay, Newcastle, stop. Figaro number 2 is where you want to fire. Let's go for spotting. Boise, stop. Figaro number 3 is your target, because Figaro number 1 is not going to live much longer, I would say. And Figaro number 2 doesn't look very healthy either, to be honest. Need to watch for a possible torpedo launch. And again, that's one of those things. If you have a small destroyer task force like an AI here and run into... that was a very nice magazine explosion. Boise has done well. Let's switch her to the number 4. Kagero. Boise is doing very well. It's a destroyer. As it should be. So if you have a small task force like this full of destroyers there and run into something like I have there, there are really only 2 options. Option 1, run away. Rely on the speed, run away. Option 2, pop the smoke, run in, fire the torpedoes, run away. The AI does neither. So it wants to fight the fight as if it was on equal terms, which it clearly isn't. It's very especially visible whenever you have something like the sort of fishing boats or small patrol boats or so on. They treat it as if you literally were equal with a fishing boat, like heavy cruiser, war, yeah, anything. The same goes for carriers. When you get a carrier into surface action, run. That should be sort of like a number 1 of the AI rules. Carriers are way too expensive to engage with surface battles if you can avoid them. So run. But no, they don't. Kagero 1 sinking, well, that's fine. These guys have switched to Kagero 2. This is also on a Kagero 2. This is on a Kagero 4 with 93%. So I fully expect that the Kagero 4 is going to blow up in some nice fashion sooner or later. I can see that this Kagero is sinking here, and you can see that these 2 are not exactly in a good state either. Coming to her sister ship. Twins in despair. He's dead in the water and she's gonna be dead in the water very soon. You will not save her, whatever you can do. And the Kagero number 3 is slowly turning into sub. What's this one doing? Might want to try and run through this as a sort of smoke screen. But now Newcastle and Boise, you can see here, yeah, there's Newcastle and Boise behind it. Right behind it, they are. Hello, Boise. Do you want to say something? We would appreciate it. Run out of... Yeah, Boise ran out of ammunition for her turrets A to C. Well, tough luck. happens. I'm going to finish the episode here. We've got two naval engagements, small ones, but still. I'm just back from where sort of my holidays / duties that I had to take, so I'm still catching up on some things, and I think this might be enough for one episode, and I would say number 3 is going down, leaving only this number 4 Kagero, and that leaves us with the last 4 Kageros. These Kageros, I believe, are the most numerous destroyer classes that Japan has. Let us go and check quickly. Ignoring small interwar minikazes, kamikazes, and the likes. Akatsuki 4, Hatsuharu 6, Shiraitsu 10, Asashiro 10, Kagero 19, Yugumo. Yugumo is still a good class, and I don't think we've met it yet. No, we haven't, because we haven't sunk anything. So I suspect that we are going to meet more Yugumos in the near future, because as far as Fubukis and Kageros go, they are on their last sea legs. So once again, I'm going to end the episode here. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, please consider subscribing. That helps the channel a lot. That means that to me that people are interested in the content I produce. So that's great. Comments and likes are always welcome, including comments when you don't like something, like say the mic sounding or my voice sounding or something like that. That could be actually my voice. But I will try to fix those things if I know about them. I'm not promising that I will, because some things I might not be able to, but if you don't tell me, I won't fix it. So obviously positive comments are very welcome as well, and the same for likes and dislikes, although if you do put in a dislike, I would really appreciate it if you would tell me why. Anyways, that's it. Once again, thank you much for watching, and I will see you next time.